Hello and happy Sunday. And this is Lauren with What I Learned This Week, still bringing you some information from Emily Nagoski's book, Burnout. And today I'm going to talk about social isolation and loneliness, which is probably pretty relevant with us keeping our distance from each other during this pandemic. Social isolation and loneliness are a kind of starvation. Connection nourishes us in a physical way. It helps regulate our heart and respiratory rates. And actually, when we're together with other people, we co-regulate each other and help each other balance out our heart rate and our breathing patterns. Being together and connecting influences the emotional activation in our brains. It shifts our immune response to injuries and wounds, and changes our exposure to stressors and helps us modulate our stress response. So being with other people makes us healthier. It helps us tackle stress. It helps us beat illnesses. And it really nourishes us, which is horribly ironic that during a time when we all need to keep healthy and to stay healthy, we need to keep our distance. But in keeping our distance, we might lead to some loneliness. Studies have shown that social isolation and loneliness increase the likelihood of early death by 25 to 30%. And a chief medical officer for an insurance company equated loneliness had the same impact on mortality as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Being lonely was like smoking 15 cigarettes a day. No one is complete without others. Connection creates a shared energy which renews both people. So some signs you might need to seek connection. If you are feeling gaslit, so when those moments are like, am I going crazy? Is this really happening right now? Find a friend, a trusted friend, for a reality check of, a phone call and saying, is this right? Am I really experiencing what I think I'm experiencing right now? We need people to bounce ideas off of and to kind of give us a little boost to say like, no, you're right. That was totally wrong and bogus. You should be feeling how you're feeling. If you are feeling not enough, seek out your friends and supporters. We can't do big things alone. We are built to do things together. If you're feeling sad, seek out your people. So if you've ever seen the movie Inside Out, and Joy is always trying to keep sadness at bay, and she kind of draws a little circle and she's like, you stay here, no sadness, but then discovers that sadness is what is like the bat signal that brings friends to you to help you through something. So let your sadness show, and it will bring your people to you. Give your people a call and say, I'm really feeling down today. And just being able to talk to someone will make you feel better. And another sign that you need to reach out is if you are feeling rage and anger. We've often been taught to hide that and swallow it, but we've talked about completing that stress cycle, and so if we bottle up all that anger and rage, we are not completing the stress cycle. So have that friend who is your go-to, that you can be like, can you believe that this is happening right now? And they get just as righteously angry for you on your behalf, and it makes you feel better. I have a couple friends like that, and they know that they are my person that I go to when I need someone else to feel angry with me. And we both co-regulate each other and bring each other down and feel better afterwards for it. Right now, go Bills. I'm wearing my Bills shirt. And have you ever had the experience of being in an auditorium or a stadium or a theater, and you have this feeling of like everyone is sort of, we're in this together, and you feel this like special energy? I'm not a big sports person, but I'm sure it happens in sports stadiums, but I've felt it in concerts and I've felt it at shows. And we can't have that right now. But shared experiences with a large group increases cooperation in that group, and it does have a measurable impact on your feelings and your happiness and your health and your stress level. And while I think that we can find ways to be isolated and distanced. Well, I'm going to say distanced without isolating. Maintaining, what we need to do to regulate the pandemic, but at the same time reaching out. So if you are completely over Zoom calls and video chats, how about a good old-fashioned phone call? Or write a really old-fashioned letter? Texting, just being there and reaching out to the people that you know are there for you. Also, helping other people makes you feel better too. So look into volunteering, Meals on Wheels, and delivering to people who are homebound. I know that Meals on Wheels is doing that safely right now, and some are seeking volunteers, some are so overwhelmed with people looking to volunteer that they can't even handle more volunteers. But look into your local Meals on Wheels or any other local charity or agency where you can reach out to someone else and you have that social connection while still maintaining a little distance, and just knowing that you can smile at someone. Remember, that was one of the ways to beat the stress cycle, just smiling and having a little conversation of, hey, how are you? Good to see you. I hope everything's okay. Helps bring down your stress level. You can look online for online groups, and it could be a group that exists in all over the world, maybe a virtual book club, a hobby that you like. Maybe you can find, there's language exchange groups where you link up with someone who speaks a foreign language and you teach each other's languages. There's all sorts of ways that we can maintain distance but not be isolated. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Thank you for tuning in. Share, like, subscribe, all of that stuff that people say. And have a great day and stay healthy and safe.